Hey, I'm Todd. Thanks for choosing to watch my video, and if you would subscribe it, like it, all that stuff, that'd be great. Otherwise, enjoy the video, and I hope it gives you the information you need and is helpful to you. Take care. Toyota Camry 8 of 13, so it's either a 2013 or 2014 Toyota Camry. Rear brake pad replacement here and rotor replacement. Brake rotor, brake caliper mount. Go ahead and break the lug nuts loose, usually 21 millimeter, sometimes 19. Break the lug nuts loose, turn or two, and then go ahead and jack up the vehicle. Use safety stands, protect yourself. There's a pinch weld down here you can use to jack it up. Use safety stands, protect yourself. Get it off the ground, take the lug nuts off the rest of the way, and you'll see this. Here's the basic tools and equipment I'm using. Channel locks, ratchet with a couple sockets, pliers, ratchet wrench, lug nuts of course there, impact gun, some lubricant for the caliper slides, a couple, I don't have the other torque wrench out for the tires, but I have my smaller torque wrench there. Rotor has a coating on it for rust preventive purposes, and so you don't need to clean this, but if you get your rotor and it's not, has a protective coating on it, you need to clean the oil off, which they use for anti-rusting purposes. Clean it off with warm soap and water, and rinse it off and towel dry it. Maybe it'll be just fine, ready to go, but we can slap this on as is. So 14 millimeter bolts for the caliper, 2 of them, although we'll probably just take this bottom one off, flip it and pull it out, and then 17 millimeter bolts holding the mount on. Before you get too far, get a screwdriver in here and pry against the rotor like this. We're going to pry on it to check for the caliper slides, make sure they're free, and make sure the piston collapses before you get too far. I mean, if you can't do that, you might strongly consider getting new calipers. Slides are nice and free, so they're good. The piston collapsed all the way in, so that's basically set. So we're almost ready to replace pads already. The rotor looks in pretty smooth shape, so actually we could whip this up here, pull it out, take your brake pads out, and throw some new ones in here. Put the caliper back in place after maybe doing a little lubricating. You could be down the road. Can be a problem with some noises though, and I don't know if there was brake pedal pulsation for you, so right down there. So that's the chance you run, just throwing pads on it. Your pads may or may not come with these hardware, so you can clean these up with a rag, maybe some, I don't know if you need soap and water, just wipe them down nice with a rag. They should buff up pretty nice. Clean them up or replace them with some new ones. Then just basically friction fit, although the new ones didn't really fit in there that great, I didn't think so. You tap it on the backside with a hammer, get this machine to replace it. Otherwise they have bolt holes for a metric bolt 8 by 1.25. Emergency brake shoes inside here, they look decent. Take this inspection plug out probably for the emergency brakes. We can take this out and switch it to the new rotor. Just pop it out and push it in with a screwdriver, not too much to it. Because of our screwdriver pry bar technique, we don't need to use the channel locks, but we have large channel locks to collapse if we need to. A little bit here and there. On the new brake pads, we'll also put a little lubricant on the ends here. On the new pads, this is old, of course. It's kind of it makes noise when I plug any air tool in. Of course, that one went in really nice. Well, these are going in nicer than the other side. Nice shot of my arm, I know. Which is some torque specs for that. That is basically it, replacing rear brake pad and rotors on your Camry. Of course, do the same for the other side. We'll go to the master cylinder and check the fluid level on that. Put the tire on, tighten all the lug nuts in the star pattern. Get them as tight as you can, for the most part, up in the air till the wheel starts turning. You can lower the vehicle down and tighten them probably to 76 to 80 foot-pounds is my guess on that. And I'll give you torque specs in a minute here. Right, so 20 foot-pounds for the smaller bolts to hold the caliper onto the bracket. The bracket's 58 foot-pounds, the lug nuts are 76 foot-pounds. Here's the master cylinder in the front here, a little rubber friction fit holder, topper. Got a maximum, minimum. Try and keep it between the lines. Pump the brake pedal a few times. Once you're all done, it'll settle the fluid level, and then you can top it off or to maybe take some out as necessary. Turkey base or clean rag will do, some kind of suction device. So keep an eye on that. Don't want it to overflow. Some brake fluid can do damage to paint. So .3 brake fluid. That's it right there. Pretty easy job for you on your 2013, I'm sure other model years, Toyota Camry. if you take the tire off and it looks like what you saw in the video, it's going to work for you, I'm sure.